Let's continue. Looks, I need something to drink. I'll be back soon. Sorry. Oh, wait. No. What did we do? Go. All right. Let's see, there is something I want. Balance has been restored. What are you doing here, Mayuri? I came to see Luca-chan. Ruka.
来月のコミマでライネットのキラリちゃんコスをしてほしいってずっと頼んでるのにどうも OK してくれないんだよ。だってコスプレするなんて僕恥ずかしいよ。でもルカ君は絶対似合うと思うんだ。こんな可愛い子が女の子のはずがないって大人気になるよ。ねえ、しようよコスプレデビュー。
Someone this cute can't be a girl. I like this trope. Mayuri's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it is rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. And it looks like she's chosen Rukaku as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on! Rukaku has no problem wearing Miko robes. Why should cosplay be any different? But whatever, I have business to take care of.
そんなくだらないことは後でやるんだな。
マユシンにとっては大事なことだもん。
俺にとってはくだらないことなのだ。それよりルカ子、俺がこの神社を訪ねたのは他でもない。お祓いを頼みたいのだが、やってもらえないだろうか。
Exorcism.
お祓いですか？だったらお父さんに。
あ、いや、そこまで大げさにしなくていい。気休めでいいのだ。
That's why I came here instead of Counter Shrine.
というわけで。
He just wants to do it with a beautiful lady. So what I said, bring out the usual. But he's a dude. Samidare.
違う。お祓いに用途は必要ないだろう。お祓いと言ったらあれに決まってい
The
る。
usual for an exorcist, to be obvious.
正式な名称はわからんが、棒に白い紙がふさふさとついていて、神主がわさわさと振るやつだ。
今のオカリンの説明ゆとりっぽいね。
Quite a shock to hear that from Mayuri.
あ、おほぬさですね。でもお父さん貸してくれるかな。ちょっと聞いてきます。
GG. Rokaku makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine ground. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It is a very, very old watch, not the sort you would expect a high school girl to carry. No way. That thing? Its name is Pockety. Oh, great. Obviously that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure.
じゃあマユシーはこれからバイトだから。
Something tells me that watch is going to become important later on in the game.
そうか、頑張ってこい。バイトが終わったら直接帰るのか。
Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akiba by train just about every day. It should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying at the lab since summer break began.
というわけでまた明日ね。
I called Mayuri to stop before she trots off.
マユリ、お前はあの時ラジカンで男の悲鳴を聞いたよな。
Mayuri blinks several times and puts her finger to her temple. Josephine thought. Then she gives her usual smile.
それっていつのこと？
When was that again?
今日の昼だ。
聞いてないかな。
そうか。わかった。だったらいい。
変なオカリ。じゃあね。トゥットゥルー。
Can't believe just how popular Tuturu has become. Mayuri leaves, this time for good, though she pauses to wave at least a half dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway.
岡部さん、お待たせしました。
Rokaku returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hand is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for. Was it an onbunsa? Onbunsa? That let me borrow it, thank goodness.
まゆりちゃんは帰ったんですか？
マユリはどうでもいいから、今すぐお祓いを始めるのだ、ルカ子よ。
はい、僕でいいんでしょうか。そもそも何に対するお祓いを？
Rokaku is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. I should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine.
俺に取り付いた悪霊が。沈まれる悪霊よ。急げルカ子。このままでは俺は乗っ取られる。
そんな、岡部さん、しっかりしてください。
俺は岡部さんではない。
すいません、京馬さん。でも僕、どうしたら？
お払いを急げ。この前教えた通りにやればいい。
Careful. With a serious look on his face, Rukaku grasped Onusa with both hands as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well.
えっと
His face is red and he can barely talk. It looks like he wants to say something, but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward. Amateur.
頼む。悪霊を俺の中から追い出してくれ。
It is role playing. Careful.
俺はお前を殺したくない。
Rukaku starts crying. Looks like he's really worried. Reason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty. Like I made a frail girl cry. But despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Rukaku's managed to work up his resolve.
悪霊よ
He raises the Onusa up high, shaking it left and right.
岡部じゃなくて今日まだから出て行ってください。
ああ、いいぞ。そのまま俺の腕にふさふさを当てろ。
The tip of the Onusa touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be the cue for some dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of cicadas. I take a deep breath. Trembling in my arm has stopped.
大丈夫だ。悪霊は去ったようだ。よくやったな、ルカ子。
Oh boy. Oh boy.
組み立ててよかったです。
After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to Braun Tube Workshop for repairs. Dada and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase by myself. It is brutal, backbreaking work, but I manage. I push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. A 42-inch CRT television. It doesn't seem like like something you could get in the modern Japan. With LCDs, TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT. That is true.
Oh, どうした岡部?
Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. Mr. Brown. He's the workshop manager, actually. Actually the owner of this whole building, Tenoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Brown. It is a fitting name for someone who loves brown tubes.
どうしたもこうしたもないですよ。あなたからもらったテレビが壊れた。
おめえ、俺のブラウン管を乱暴に扱いやがったな。
I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter.
愛が足りねえんだよ、愛が。
Muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. Mayuri! Don't sell it! Uppa is super popular, you know? Even more popular than the hero Kakeru-kun. They're so cute, I wanna collect them all. It's like how you used to collect black fingerless gloves, remember? Oh. So let's try to do that. It sends shivers down my spine.
修理をお願いしたい。最優先だ。
I'll need repairs. Post haste.
相変わらず変な話し方だなおめえって。
Mr. Brown begins investigating the cause of the problem. With nothing better to do, I look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in there, but something tells me stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes them seem like junk, but they are all functional, according to Mr. Brown. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are even some flat screen HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market.
今日は遅くまでやっているんですね。普通だったら夜7時には店じまいでしょ。
Crowds and occupy thin quickly at night. All the major electronic stores close around 8 or 9. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was simply a lie, the town goes silent.
今日はこれから客が来るんでな。
客？例の小動物ですか？
Mean that chipmunk of yours?
おめえな。俺の愛しい娘を小動物呼ばわりするんじゃねえ。
The manager glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It is a picture of a young girl, shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs, or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and again. What was her name again?
ないに手出したらぶっ殺すからな。
If you touch Nai, you're dead. That's it, Nai. Rare name that means to braid. She pops up at the store now and again, so we must have interacted with her before. And by we, I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Nai gets along with. Nai always hides when she sees me or Daru. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Mr. Brown makes grandiose kissing gesture at his daughter's photo. Oh boy. Once again, shivers down my spine.
しかし、娘以外でこの工房に客が来ることがあるんですか？
I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months, but I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place were actually making any money. That means it's a front.
客っつがなんつうか。
Ain't a customer. He puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer.
ああ、これは多分基盤のハンダ浮きだな。直せるぜ。
そうですか。ではよろしく。
Really? Well then, by all means.
待ってろ。見積もり書作って。
金を取るのか？
当たり前だろ。 払わねえつもりだったのか。
このテレビはあなたからもらったものだぞ。
だからなんだよ。アフターサービスまでタダでやってやるとは言ってねえぜ。
おのれ。自分の間近のオンボロを押し付けておいて、その言い草とは。
うるせえな。だったら人ってやってもいいんだぞ。家電リサイクル法で回収費ももらうけどな。
横暴だぞ。人類史の未来を変えるやもしれぬ男からたかろうとは。
あ？それ誰のことだ？
おen Kyoma.
俺のことに決まっているでしょう。
ああ、磨いて寝ろよガキ。そもそも2階をただ同然で貸してやってるこの俺にそういうこと言うとはいい度胸だな。
Uh-oh.
修理代は弾むミスターブラウン。
In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see that girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket and tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. But... What's up? Suddenly the time stops. Feels like someone activated Zavardo. Vrei! Apple. The girl is standing there with her arm in the air. Her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for? Seriously. Anyway, is she the person Mr. Brown was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say, his girlfriend? Finally drops her pose and clears her throat.
さっき電話したアマネです。
And just like that, time starts moving again.
ああ、バイトの面接したいとこな。俺が店長の天王寺だ。
バイトの面接だとこんな若い女性が。この新規臭くておしゃれ感ゼロで繁盛もしておらず、うさいおっさんが店長のブラウン管工房にバイト希望だというのか。
おめえ、来月から2階の家賃1000円回し。
GG.
俺は事実を言ったまでですよ。もっとも部外者が口を出す問題ではないが、しかしブラウン管工房がバイトを募集していたとはな。この暇さではその必要性を全く感じないのだが。
ああ、それは私が電話で無理って頼んだんです。
The girl looks a little embarrassed.
最初は断られたんだけどさ、店長さんにどうしてもお願いしますって。
That's honestly surprising.
今時珍しい若者がいたもんだよな。ま、そこの椅子に座んな、お嬢ちゃん。
失礼します。
Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Brown hasn't kicked me out, I'll stick around a bit longer. Just because of a part-time job interview? In contrast to how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer, she doesn't seem so enthusiastic.
で、名前は何だって？
アマネ
ああ、
スズ
スーさん。
サです。
That's right.
年は？
18。
They must be.
学生？
うん。
Shakes her heads.
なんでうちで働きたいんだ？
ブラウン管が好きだから。
採用、明日から来い。
ちょ、それでいいのかというかこれはコントか、もしかして仕込みか。
と店長さん。
Finally, Susaha seems to relax. Then she looks at me.
ところでさ、君は誰？
Oin Kyoma.
聞きたいというのか。いや、やめておけ。それを知ることでお前にも最悪が降りかかるかもしれない。これまでも多くの人が俺の名を知ったことで機関に狙われた。アメリカのサラ、イタリアのクラウディア、フランスのシモン。誰かを危険な目に遭わせるわけには。
おい、アホな妄想してんじゃねえよ。
He just doesn't understand my pain.
このバカ男は2階に曲がりしてる岡部倫太郎ってんだ。
岡部ではない。俺はホーイン。
Oin Kyoma.
うっせえ。家賃さらに1000円上乗せするぞ。
岡部倫太郎。
Just love that part. The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, looks at me with a serious expression.
君を狙ってるその機関ってのが何なのかわかんないけど、もし困ってんなら私に相談して。岡部倫太郎、そういうの慣れてるからさ。
は？
Stuff like what?
場合によっては手段を選ばず痛めつけてやることも可能だし。
ミスター・ブラウン、彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う。
ああ、物騒だな。騒ぎ起こしたらクビにするからな。そもそもその機関なんたらは岡部の創作だから本気にすんな。
It is?
せいぜいそう思ってるがいいさ。
You just keep thinking. Oh my. But someday the world will kneel before me. Mwahaha! And then Amane Susaha stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eye.
そういうのが流行ってんだ。勉強になったよ。
So that's the current trend. Thankfully. What? Trend? I don't think so. Oh boy.
暑い。
So hot. I was at university all morning as I returned to Akiba. The heat is now becoming unbearable. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check a channel on my phone. Hey, we got a mail. Oh, Rukeko. Wait, what's this? Uh-oh. Ah, okay. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much I can't sleep at night. P.S. Because of that I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings with Samidara. Oh boy. There we go. We're gonna send that one. I mostly frequent the occult board, future technology board, and sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Makise stabbing, but turn up nothing. So were those hallucinations after all? Oh, right. Let's do something we haven't done in a while. Oh, wait. We could just do a quick save. Never mind. So, were those hallucinations after all? When I peek at her occult board, I find posts in multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titer, Wait, John Titor is back? John Titor appeared on American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. His claims started quite the storm. Titor also made several accurate, with fragmentary predictions of future events. The start of the Iraq War, the spread of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, for example. Before he was from the future, he explained the principles behind his time machine and provided pictures of his operational manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity in even in Japan. Yes, he certainly did get some things right. But on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other too. That's why, to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, that same John Titor is now on the Japanese PBS. Ridiculous. He's obviously a troll. First of all, John Titor is American, yet now he's posting on the channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his post. I don't expect you to believe that I came from year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Time travel technology was developed by CERN. They completed their first time machine in 2034. Time traveler, lol, John Titor, lol. More details on the time machine. Do they sell time machines? How much do they cost? I've got about 100 million yen saved. Can you send me one? CERN has monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on Earth can acquire one. To say nothing of private citizens, CERN is usually a time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There is no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded on the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? Why did you come to this time? What's the Akiba satellite crasher doing? Wait, guys, Titor-san doesn't understand channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, okay? If you know what I mean. Get a trip code, asshole. I came here to change my present. In other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living. Everyone is free. But you will lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand what the future has in store. What is the trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. You said only CERN has time machines, but you have a time machine. That must mean you're working for CERN. Therefore, your goal can't be to destroy CERN's dystopia. You are a fraud, kid. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in just 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? You trying to play God? If they're promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. My time machine is a prototype, reverse engineered from stolen CERN technology. Compared to the time machine's capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, where we will live, and whom we will marry. There is no privacy and no choice. Anybody who dares oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials.
In movies and stuff, small changes to the past cause huge changes to the future. You've already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future?
Implies CERN rules the world? Do you even know what CERN is, lol? OP is a troll. So if we find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler LMAO will never be born, and we won't have to listen to this bullshit, am I right?
I want to know if you can meet your past self. Can you self-cess? Oh boy.
You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox. That has been debunked. This word line has a divergence of 0.5% compared to the word line I came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a word line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this word line. I would go on existing. CERN. Let's see here. Upon 5 divergence compared to the word line I came from. Divergence is percentual based this time. CERN is a particle physics research institution that has a change in 2036. It is possible to even meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self.
If you're really a time
traveler, well, I'm fucking pro it. Post time machine pics or get the fuck out. The many words interpretation. Whoa, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world. Lulwood. Could it go hand and Kamehameha? Oh boy. I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What on? Well, lies. Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. Trip code is a way to identify posters. Put password after your name. Lol, backpedaling. Bird lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in a parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into the new word lines. This is called a divergence. For example, whether or not you post on this message board has practically no effect on this word line. Divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say the divergence would change. However, it would only be a change about 0.0%, if that. Single humans being death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about the trip codes. I'll make sure to use this one from now on. I'm starting to get tired, so let's pick you up again tomorrow. It's been fucking fun talking to everybody. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Titor wrote 10 years ago. I read one of the books on Titor, that's how I know. This new John Titor is clearly an imposter. There are many Titor fanatics on channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall for this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the responses opposite of what I expected. Everyone is accepting this time travel, as if this were his first appearance. Nobody even mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I tried posting a retort, but everyone ignored me. What the hell? You can figure this out if you do a little research, people. There's the original John Titor thread archive in English and plenty of Titor blogs in Japanese. Enter John Titor's name into the search engine. 12 matches. Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titor's postings on channel. I can't find a single trace of the Titor from 10 years ago. Bizarre, this just can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years back. Back then, I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I tried searching on another site, just to make sure, but it gives the same result. What is this madness? It feels like I've stumbled onto another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days I've been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Dado. He know about Titor for sure.
はい。
俺だ状況は
おかりんな、電話の時ぐらいそういうのやめる？
ジョン・タイターについて把握しているのかと聞いている。
ちっとも話が見えない件について。
そもそもお前今どこにいるんだ。ラボには来るのか。
今メイクインニャンニャンにいる。
Make Queen Yan Yan.
まったく。
Make Queen Yan Yan is a maid cafe in Akiba. Dara's a regular there. Apparently 3D cap maids are his thing too.
内密に話がある。
Actually, it's not sensitive at all.
俺が行くまでそこから動くな。
あ？来るの？いいけど。
Oh, you're coming? Fine, but... Coming from Kuramaibashi Dori, take a left at Tsumakoisaka crossing and you'll find it. That's where I'm headed now. It's usually busy in Akiba during summer break, but now it's even busier because of the Radican incident. The area was blocked off yesterday, but it doesn't look like they could keep the main road closed for 2 days straight. I haven't seen a single police officer today. But the Radican building still seems off limits. Entrance shutters are closed, shut and sealed with yellow police tape.
謎の人工衛星墜落から一夜明けた秋葉原です。警察による規制は解除され、駅前にはものすごい数の人が集まっています。墜落した人工衛星がどこの国のものなのかについては現在も調査中とのことで、詳しいことがわかるまで撤去ができない状態です。警察の発表によりますと、爆発などの危険は今のところないということですが、秋葉原を訪れた買い物客や地元商店街の関係者からは不安の声が上がっています。
Right. One thing though, we're gonna make a save. I'm a bit curious. Are we still in chapter 1? Holy shit, we're still in chapter 1. Oh my god. Oh boy. According to the police, the satellite doesn't appear. Yeah. The media has dozens of cameras set up outside of the police line, and there are nearly twice as many onlookers as reporters, enough to fill the entire street with people. Everyone's aiming their phone cameras at the satellite-like object. So many people living in Akiba. You get used to the crowds and big events, but a gathering of this size is unusual. I wonder when they will get rid of that thing. I hope it doesn't explode or something. They've been letting people back into the area, so I guess there's no danger. Still, considering its unknown origin, I'm surprised there isn't more security. Today, like always, Otaku are shopping for doujinshi, import games, electronics, or whatever strikes their fancy. Aside from the scene at Radican, it's the same as any other day. But I still don't understand what I saw yesterday. I've half accepted that the mass disappearance was just my imagination. Maybe I've become unable to distinguish reality from fantasy, like the media likes to say about teenagers these days. With that thought in mind, I return my gaze to the street. Oh, Kiryu. And there in front of me stands a woman holding her phone in front of her face. That lady is fucking scary. Not because of her posted this picture, but Kiryu Moeba she's crazy. Awesome personality though. Her phone was clearly pointed at me. I tried to cover my face, but not quickly enough. I turned around just to make sure that she wasn't pointing it at someone behind me, but that doesn't seem to be the case. She's still staring at her phone. Without even glancing at me, she turns around and points her phone at some other pedestrian. Maybe she's just taking photos of everyone at the scene, and not just me. But still, I need to have a word with her. I need to open the window more, it's getting hot in here. Like really hot! I have to close it a bit because of it's raining. But it seems to have calmed down a bit now, which is nice. But still, I need to have a word with her. And I like Kiryu Moeba. The organization is after me, so I can't risk that photo getting out.
Wait.
She doesn't turn around. Is she so engrossed in her photography that she doesn't even notice me? Or did she not catch my magnificent native level English?
ジョー、そこで携帯カメラを使っているあなた、待ってください。
She turns back, finally noticing me. And of course, her phone turns with her.
よせ、通るんじゃない。まさか機関の差し金か。
She completely ignores my objection. And then she goes back to looking at her phone.
質問に答えてもらいたいんですがね。あなたは機関の人間か。
If she is, then I may have to take suitable measures. Oh, the speed lady! Hey, what's up, Fox? Welcome out from the lurk.
違うのか。違うとしても問題がありますよ。俺の写真を持っていると機関に知られれば、あなたにも奴らの魔の手が伸びるかもしれない。
But I really like your personality, because she does something that I also really like, and that is... Okay, just noticing a small headache. Oh. Thing is, she doesn't like to talk, but she truly prefers to talk through messages. And there is a lot of truth about that. It is a lot easier to communicate with people through text messages than verbal communication, because most people you talk with will forget what you say if the topic is too deep. And I'm doing awesome, because I've seen that people make statements and then 10 minutes later they completely go against it. And it is so mad, it is so annoying to try to have a discussion with such people that changes their statements. Are like, no, I never said that. They're like, yes you did. No. Then you can like go through what they're saying and what they said word for word, and they're like, no, that's not what I said. And they're like, no, that is totally what you said. She even listening? Sorry. Wow, she finally speaks. Just a whisper, but it's something. She lowers her head slightly in a bow. Or at least I think it's a bow. She's been looking down all this time, so I can't really tell.
謝るより先に写真を削除してほしいわけだが、
風景撮ってた。
Exactly. Her fingers dance across her phone's keys with impressive speed, exactly the opposite of her annoyingly slow speech pattern.
風景を撮っていた観光客
I hope that we get past chapter 1 today. I mean, we're 4 hours into the game and we're still in the chapter 1. Or is she the one? Or is she one of the people who came to see the satellite? Things will start to happen in chapter 4. That's where everything begins. Thinking more chapters to go after that. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, then you have also different routes, different paths. I really want to. I want to explore all of the paths, actually. In that case, why did she take a picture of me? She shakes her head without looking at me.
証明。自分が今日
Look at that name down there. Lady ignoring me, apparently sightseeing in Akihabara. Is proof of where I was today.
変な
You're
や
a
つ
strange lady.
桐生。
Kiryu Moeka.
名前。
I guess she is introducing herself. That's nice, but I just want her to delete that photo.
聞きたいことがある。いい？
それより写真を
都市伝説。秋葉
It's an
原。
urban legend in Akihabara.
知らない？
Urban legend? What is she talking about? Don't tell me, there's a brilliant but insane mad scientist said to be lurking in Akihabara. And now that brilliant but insane mad scientist is the target of every assassin in the underworld.
俺はこの町に長く居すぎたのかもしれんだがそろそろ潮時か
Akihabara, you weren't such a bad town. I'm glad I'm...
幻のレトロ PC。
Phantom Retro PC?
レトロ PC
IBN 5100. She replies with a nod or something like a nod.
秋葉原のどこかにあるらしくて、それが。
そうか
Nothing about a mad scientist. I'm relieved, but also disappointed. At any rate, this is the first I've heard about a Phantom Retro PC.
幻のレトロ PC というとキュッパ
I
チャ
mean, like a 98? That's the first model that comes to mind. But are 98s really that hard to find? Are you looking for the Intel 8086? What is that? She shakes her head slightly, or something like a shake.
いいえ。これ。
She turns her phone towards me. Screen shows an oddly shaped computer. It's hard to tell since the picture's monochrome, but it looks like some kind of PC. It looks kind of familiar.
IBM。
Aha, see. Was the first Intel mainstream PC CPU? Ah, nice. Cool. But sorry, it's an IBM. That's the computer John Titor tried to get. I think it's Switch, I think.
見たこと
Seen
ない。
one?
ない名前を知ってるぐらいだ
Coincidence? No.
これもシュタインズゲートの
This could be the choice of Steins Gate.
詳しい人。
No, anyone who might know.
ダルならば詳しく知っているかもなそいつは俺の
That processor was used in the first IBM PC だった
スーパーハッカーでな
Ah,
MI6 の中枢にすらハッキングできる
nice.
実力の持ち主なのだ
IBM and Intel always work together. Okay. Did Intel buy up IBM? I know nothing about IBM, if you ask me, Vax. You're During those days, I was all about Nintendo or Super Nintendo. I was too young. I need more water. It's my favorite right arm, a super hacker capable of breaking into an even MI6 mainframe. The MI6 part is slightly exaggeration. If that ever did happen, Men in Black would break down our door and take us away. This stuff is pre-Nintendo, but that's okay. Got my own PC when I was 10. Dang! I always shared my PC until very late. But the super hacker part is true. It was a 40XT X100. Dang, nice. That almost sounds like a graphics card, but it was an AMD copy. Depths of his computer knowledge is uncanny. Speaking of Daru, I'm supposed to meet him at May Queen Yan Yan. I don't have time to stand and chat with some crazy lady I don't know.
では俺が行
Well,
く。女よ。メディアスクラムもほどほど。
Lady Media Scrum in moderation. I tried to make a smooth exit, one-liner and everything, but she grabs my sleeve before I can disappear into the crowd.
何をする？
メルアド
Your
教え
email,
て
please.
何が狙いだ？
スーパーハッカーの
Super hacker. I guess she wants to hear Daru's story. It's my fault for mentioning him. Well, I'm meeting up with Daru, so why don't I just take her along? No, wait a second. This could be a devious trap. Maybe she's really a spy sent to kidnap Daru. I'm defenseless without him. My only other ally is Mayuri, whose skills amount to costume design.
断る。今ダルを失うわけにはいかん。
I slip past her and start walking faster. I glance back. Does he internalize computer science to other? Oh, okay. I see. He's following me. I pick up the pace, but she's still chasing me.
俺の後ろを歩けな。
She's a stalker. Unperturbed, she shows me her phone again. On the screen is the picture of me that she took.
ゲーまだ削除していなかったのか。
教えてくれたら削除する
Blackmailing.
この俺を脅すとは。貴様、何者だ。
I attempt to glare her into submission, but her eyes are already lowered. My glare is ineffective. Yeah, good looking stalker though. Too good looking. Yeah, but she must be up to something. Dude, this lady is fucking scary. I can assure you. She will not disappoint in scariness. He hesitates for a second.
アークディライトのバイト
Part-time at Arc, be right?
なんだそれは。
ヘンプロ秋葉原にある
An editorial company. One of those companies that writes articles for magazines. Is this gloomy lady really fit for that kind of work?
貴様。俺の写真を無断で記事にするつもりだな。
Mad scientists of Akiba unveiled. I can see the headlines now. That's all the organization will need to turn Akiba into a sea of blood. But why would a lady working for magazines and so on want to have an old PC? I certainly think she is part of CERN. No, I must avoid that gruesome outcome at all costs. I have no choice.
交換条件に乗ろう。
At any rate, as long as she has that photo, I have no way of knowing how it might be used. I pull up my email address and show it to her. Looking back and forth from my phone to hers, she enters my info with terrifying speed.
そうか。この女、能力者か。
A double power. Shining finger. One thing. Ah. Her magic of types curves demons at 255 characters per minute. Whoever receives one dies. She's done typing my address. It took all of 5 seconds.
名前は
法院教
Owen Kyoma.
マッドサイエンティストだ。
どう書くの
フェニックスの法王に陰、そして凶悪なる真実。フェニックスの法王に陰、そして凶悪なる真実だ。
I repeat my perfect explanation. This is the origin of my true name. Explaining the in part of Hoenn take too long, so I left it out. She answers my name with her head tilted to the side.
こう
なんだこれはふざけるな。俺のマナをバカにす
Oh,
るつもり
Owen
か。
Kyoma. She lowers her head a little more. An apologetic bow, I guess.
ならば携帯を貸せ。俺が入力してやる。
Oh, Kyoma? Pokemon have similar names like that as well? Yeah? Oh, is a phoenix? Yeah. Ho thing phoenix. So Ho would be a good thing for phoenix. Just in hand. Sure. Just hand me your phone, I'll enter it. Oh, she doesn't like that. No one touches her phone. She shakes her head, clutching her phone with both hands as if to protect it from me. Like a spoiled child who can't let go of a toy, she shields it from me with all her might. What does she think I'm going to do? Her reaction is a little depressing. Anyway, she's obviously not going to hand her phone over, so I ask for her address instead. I'll send her blank mail. She told me her name a few times ago, but I forgot it already. So I enter her as Shining Finger. What am I doing standing here in the middle of the street? Let's hurry up and send her a blank mail. I don't need to type anything. How do I write? Ah, okay, there we go. Outgoing. He's staring at her phone. I don't think I've ever met someone who made less eye contact. After a few seconds, her phone receives the email.
岡部倫太郎
なぜその名を。
今のカラメールに
Damn, my email is still linked to my real name. I must change it at once.
それは世を忍ぶ仮の名だ。もう一度。
いいわこれで
何を言う。俺は岡部倫太郎ではなく法院京まであって。
He's really not buying it.
画像は消したか。
It's really hard to tell. Her body language is subdued as her voice.
消したのなら証拠を見せろ。
Silently shows me her screen. The only picture remain is the one of that computer. That's a relief.
メールするから
I'll email you later.
聞いといて
何をだ。
として
The urban legend to Super Haka. I almost forgot. With that, Shining Finger wanders off. Throughout the encounter, she kept the same cool expression. Actually, I don't think we ever once made eye contact.
おかえりなさいませご主人様
May Queen Yan Yan! I opened the door to the May Queen Yan Yan Maid Cafe. Two familiar cat-eared girls greet me with smiles.
あおかりんだ
Alright, that's Mayuri. What is this? This is a cosplay cafe. One of them is Mayuri. But here she's called Mayushi Nyan Nyan. Since she works here, I stop by it about twice a month. I guess that would make me a regular customer. Actually, I've never been to any other maid cafe.
おかりおかえりなさいませ。
Welcome back, Okarin. After bowing again, Mayuri gasps as if she thought something.
ねえねえおかりマユシーは今気づいたんだけどねおかりんとおか
So
えり
is this a thing in Japan? I think this might be a thing in Akihabara. I mean, they have an entire floor only for SM porn. Japan. Whatever.
今日も
Yoma, it's great.
ゆっくりしていってね
The other maid who came to greet me, Faris Nyanyan, her professional name of course, hits me with her trademark combo attack of cute cat-like gestures. She's Maid Queen Nyanyan's most popular maid. Even though she and Mayuri are about the same age, she looks and acts a bit younger.
ダルニャン来てるにゃん待ちぼうけしてるにゃん
All of the Nyan. Oh my god, these names. Weebiness overflowing. Oh yeah, this entire thing is weebiness overflowing. Or rather, otaku overflowing. Darius frequents this cafe because he's got a crush on Faris. He often reads her public blog while muttering, "Faris, you're so cute," to himself. He's got it real bad. I keep telling him to choose either 2D or 3D, but he doesn't listen. When they say 2D, 3D kind of thing, 2D means that, you know, those anime girls and so on, and 3D the real world. I also have trouble dealing with this cat girl. She always finds a way to best me.
今日も期間打倒のための極秘会議かにゃ
ああ、そんなところだ。
フェイリスに混ぜてほしいに
I know a bit about Weebdom. Oh, okay, cool. Heck, a lot of this is in meme. That's why they are appearing in this game. No chance. The organization isn't threatened by cat-eared maids. You should see when they are talking about mushy mushy bjom bjom bananas. Sticking them into black holes. I'm not kidding about that one. That one actually happens. And we haven't gotten to that part yet, but it's happening soon.
そんなことないにゃフェイリスにはあの非容疑があるのにゃきっとお役に立てるにゃ
Not true, Nya Nya. Not true, Nya. Faris has a perfect secret technique to help take them down, Nya.
何あの非奥義ついに得得したのか
そうにゃギアナコーチでの修行に耐え抜き師匠の死も乗り越えてフェイリスはついに手に入れたのにゃ
Yana Highlands and overcoming my mental stuff. I find them massive. Choosing 2D is not really an option though, but it happens quite often there. Faris knows my true name. Owen Kyoma. I've also told her all about the organization. There are often quite a lot of people there, still virgins. Indeed. And now she's more into it than I am. She's always the one to bring up the subject whenever we meet. By the way, this is the first time I've heard of the secret technique or whatever it is. Yeah, they are just role playing at the moment.
だから今日約束通りフェイリスの精霊会議に参加させてほしい
Ferris wants to participate in the Spirit Conference like he promised, yeah? She's not letting it go. It will take 30 minutes if I play along with her.
お前サンクチュアリに行くというのか。
I'm not suggesting we...
ダメだ。いくら非奥義を得得したとはいえ、あの場所はお前にはまだ早すぎる。
そんな約束したにゃ。にゃのに京馬が裏切るっていうのかにゃ。
Are you going to betray me, yeah?
それにあの場所にはフェイリスのお兄ちゃんが。
Yes, when do you have a brother? And what the hell's the Spirit Conference anyway? Paris looks at me with actual tears in her eyes. I falter, even though I know it's just one of her cutesy acts. Whenever I talk with her, I run out of comebacks, which is really unusual for me. Then she takes the initiative, leaving me with nothing to do but listen to her fantasies. I mean, come on! You can only take it so far. There's a very clear difference between her stories and mine. As anyone can see, I speak nothing but the truth, while Ferris has only delusions and made-up backstory. for some reason, Owen Koma, I mean, Ocarina here doesn't really see his stuff as made up, like the organization and so on. I always have to play along. That's why I feel like I can never best her.
なんかわからないけど、マユシーもサンクチュアリっていうところに行きたいな。
Great, now look who's joined in. It's just going to get worse from here. I have to end this conversation now.
来なくていい。この話はもう終わりだ。
今日まだってずるいにゃ。
I don't think I would be able to go into one of these cosplay cafes. It would be so uncomfortable.
そうだよ。マユシーもフェリスちゃんもダメなんてね。オカリンは冷たいと思うのです。
That's right, leaving Mayushi and Ferris-chan behind me.
フェリスとは誰だ？
Okay, cool. I asked Mayuri-chan about what it is you're fighting against, but she just laughed and didn't answer. What should I do? I want to help Kyomashi-san. You don't need to know, not yet. Eventually, if Steins gets those shoes, you will learn the truth, whether you're ready or not. Like Steins Gate and so on. But they're not delusions, they are real. Who's Ferris?
フェリスちゃんはフェリス
Ferris-chan is Ferris-chan, right? Mayuri and Ferris look at each other and smile. Is she talking about this Ferris? Is that her real name? Have I been mistaken all this time? Ah, that's a disturbing thought.
あのね、マユシーは言いにくいからフェリスちゃんって短くしてるんだ。
But Mayushi has a hard time saying Ferris, so I call her Ferris-chan instead.
なんだそういうことか。
なんだか
It's like we are in the good school. That's not too taboo. Okay then, moving on.
いいからさっさと案内して
Over
く
to
れ。
the table already.
俺はいつまでここに立っていればいいんだ。
ごめんなさいにゃ。ご主人様、ご案内にゃ。マユシ、ご案内よろしくにゃにゃ。任せてにゃん。
Nyan Nyan? If you hadn't noticed, the cat-eared maids here at May Queen Nyan Nyan are required to add cat sounds nyans and yans to their words with some frequency. Mayuri takes my hand and leads me inside. Apparently, Mayuri Nyan Nyan is the only one who leads customers by the hand like this. It probably comes naturally to her. She doesn't even realize the effect it has on her customers. And that's why she's second to Ferris in popularity at this maid cafe. Yeah, cringes. Nyan Nyan? Yeah? Nyan? Nyan Nyan? Guys made to Daru's stable. Alright, Vox, do you prefer to have Dati Bayo over at or do you want more Gusaru? Which one? Nani? Nani Gusaru? Which one? Gusaru was one of the older ones, I think, but I can't remember the other one. Desu. Was it Desu? Des. Yeah, Des. Nani Des? Desu. That's right, Desu. That's the one I was looking for. Among Akiba's maid cafes, maid queen popularity is solid but not booming, Desu. Considering what Ferris and others are wearing, Desu, it's more like a cosplay cafe than a maid cafe, Desu. No, like that. Furthermore, the cat ears and Nyan 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 dialect makes it less accessible to low-level otaku and first-timers Gosaru. On the other hand, those same cat ears are a topic of heated debate among die-hard maid cafe fans. Maids don't have cat ears. Cat ears plus maid. 2x more. These two viewpoints clash. This place is one of the older maid cafes in Akihabara, but it doesn't get much media exposure. Maybe that's what makes it more comfortable than most. At least that's what Daru says. He talks about this stuff so much that it's been burned into my synapses. Daru-kun, Ocarina is here, Nyan.
遅すぎでしょマジで。
I kinda like this filter or post-processing effect that they have on the characters. Looks so good. It makes everything look sparkly and awesome. For some reason, it just makes everything look better. I need something to drink. I'll be back soon. My bad. I'm back. This game has some nice characters though. He looks upset for some reason.
それで今フェイリスタンと何を話していたか詳しい。
He's jealous.
聞きたいのか？どうせ誰には理解できない話だと思うが。
You really want to know? I don't think you would understand. Hell, even I didn't get most of it.
ああ、そっち系の話か。
Ah, the usual.
フェイリスタンとオカリンの会話は普通のオタじゃついていけない領域に達してるよな。オーラみたいなものが出てるっていうの？ 人だけの固有結界張りやがって。許さない。絶対にだ。
Oh, it's like you two have your own reality marble, you know. I can't forgive you.
フェリスちゃんもオカリンのこと気
I
に入
think
ってるみ
Ferris
たい
Chan
だな。
likes Ocarina, yeah?
お店の子、お店に来るご主人様たち、みんな含めてフェリスちゃんのお話についていけるのはね、オカリンだけだもんにゃ。
I'm not even close to keeping up with her.
そんなオカリンに嫉妬。なんという勝ち組。
I'm so jealous, you lucky bastard.
嘘で塗り固めた女になど興味がない。
今日のお前が言うなすればここですか。
黙れ浮気野郎めが。二次元の嫁が泣いているぞ。
All your 2D wives are crying. That is so good.
ぐはー、痛いところ疲れたっす。
Well, it's true. It's time to choose. Dare theatrically grabs his chest and falls onto the table. Sip from one of the glasses of water that Mayuri brought to our table.
で、ご主人様、ご注文はお決まりですかにゃ？
Can I take your order, yeah?
オムライス、それとホットコーヒー、ブラックで。
かしこまりましにゃんにゃん。
After taking my order, Mayuri finds her way towards the counter as if swimming between the rows of tables. I hope she does a trip.
で、僕になんか用事だった。
What did you need? Dare asked without getting up from the table. That's right. In my confrontation with Shining Finger and Catgirl, I almost forgot my original objective.
あと1時間ぐらいしたらラボに行くつもりだったんだけど。
Gonna head to the lab in about an hour. Okay.
内密で緊急な話があるのだ。
I lean on the table and scan the area without moving my head.
ジョン・タイターは知っているよ。
You remember John Titor? Kappa?
ジョン・タイター？誰？
アメリカに10年ほど前に現れた自称未来人。お前とは以前こいつの話題をしたはずだぞ。
またオカリンのいつもの設定？
This is a new addition to your made-up backstory? GG.
設定とか言うな。俺が話すことは全て真実だ。
ああ、めんどくせえ。じゃあ
Oh no,
続い
the
てやるけどさ
Mendox is coming out again.
そのタイターってやつが未来人だっていうソースは？
待て。なんでそんな初耳のような言い方をする？
事実初耳だから。
Usually, bro, I haven't.
忘れたわけではなく、
Curious, did I forget?
自信はないけど。
日本でもそいつに関する本が出ている。
その本を見せてくれたら思い出せるかも。
本当に何も知らないのか？
人の記憶力なんて結構曖昧なもんっしょ。デジタルと違ってさ。
Memory's favorite when I computers, man. So good. This is wrong. I remember talking to Daria about John Titor back in high school. It was only idle talk, so it's possible that Daria forgot about it. Daria is quite the internet addict, but the internet lets you choose what information you want to see. There's no guarantee Daria looked up info on John Titor. If he had, I doubt he would have forgotten so completely. Is it my memories that are mistaken, or everyone else?
だったら IBN5100 については？
へえ、オカリンがそんな PC を知ってるなんてね。やるじゃん。
知っているんだな。
IBN が1975年に発売したモデルでしょ。
1975. Wow. traveled to 1975 first, obtained an IBM 5100, then leapt to 98.
どんな PC な
What kind of computer is it?
値段高すぎの PC だな。黎明期だったからすげえ高くて個人には手が出せなかったらしい。 IBM の独自技術が詰まったその当時にしては結構優秀な PC だったんだけどね。
That was a pretty powerful computer for its time.
IBM は6年後の1981年に IBM PC っていう大ヒットシリーズを発売してて、そっちの方が有名なわけ。つうか僕も IBM5100 の知識はネットのウィキを見たことがあるぐらいだ。
On a wiki. Nice.
それが現在の秋葉にあるという都市伝説を聞いたことは。
おうおう、あるある。1ヶ月前ぐらいにネットで話題になったな。
Oh.
で、その噂を聞きつけたアットちゃんの有志が秋葉中のショップを探して回ったんだよ。フレパラのフレンドにゲジネって人がいるんだけど、その人が中心になってね。あの疾風陣雷のナイトハルトまで出張ってきたらしいけど、結局見つからなかったんだって。
Blitznell. I'm not afraid, but they could still find it.
じゃあ都市伝説はデマだったということか。
It was just a hoax.
さあ知らねえ。秋葉にはアンダーグラウンドなショップがたくさんあるし、案外どっかの怪しいショップにひょっこり転がっててもおかしくないんじゃね？
ふむ、なるほど。
Okay, Persona, I mailed you as soon as I could. My name is Kiryu Moeka. I am 20-year-old freelancer editor. I believe I mentioned I work part-time at Arc Rewrite. Sorry for taking your picture. It wasn't on purpose. I needed some shots of Akihabara for work, and you just happened to be in one. Actually, to tell you the truth, I was hoping to sneak some shots of the satellite, Elma. By the way, the picture I took was just a test, not a final shot. That's why I'm using my phone. Even if you hadn't begged me to delete it, I wouldn't have posted it, so don't worry. Anyway, I should get to the point. I'm really sorry for asking like this, or Capicud. But it would be super great if you could ask your friend, the super hacker, about the IBM 5100. I don't really know anything about computers, especially old computers. All I have to go on is that picture I showed you. I'll attach the image. Be absolutely positively sure to reply. Okay, I'll be waiting. And if you could, I'd be super happy if you gave me your super hacker friend's email address. I'll mail you again. It's okay to mail again, right? Of course it is. Bye, Mike. She'll be snooping around and shit. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. What's with this mail? Disregarding the weird timing. Is this really the gloomy, unsociable woman I met in front of Radical? She's like a completely different person in this email. Does she have split personalities or something? No, she just cannot express herself in verbal communication because it's too limited compared to a text message. Okarin, you should know this. Well, I got some info about the IBM 5100, so I guess I should give her a reply. I can sympathize with Kiryu. I'm a bit similar in that regard, actually. I prefer writing over saying. Especially when it goes into deeper conversations. If I send an immediate reply to a woman I just met, I won't come off as a clingy and desperate. Ho in Kyoma will not be taken lightly. Especially in the past. It's a bit different now, but still, you can be in way more detail in a text message than in verbal communication. Because you cannot condense everything to a good size, pretty much. This is my chance to make her understand which one of us is the superior human being. and if you kind of like try to formulate it and it gets very detailed and such, most of it will be lost because it's too complicated to send to the receiving ear or mind. That's why it's easier with a text message. That is why we write this as well. Or reports, essay reports. And above all, have yet to ascertain if she can be trusted. She might start harassing me if I reply the wrong way. And besides, she hasn't proven that she's not working for the organization. Nonetheless, it couldn't hurt to tell her what I learned from Daru. To discourage her, of course. Mwahaha. Let's ignore it. This is out of kindness. Mm-hmm.
待たせたな、ダル。それで、一つだけ確認したいんだが。
Scan the area with my eyes once more, then I lean in and close.
IBN5100 は世界滅亡の引き金になるアイテムなんだな。
なんでだよ。引き金にはならないし、世界滅亡もしないっつの。
にゃに世界滅亡しちゃうの
World's
かな
gonna be destroyed, yeah. Iris brings my omelet's rice. She's doing her cat-like gestures while keeping her tray balanced on one hand, true feline agility. Feline. Despite her nyan nonsense, Faris is the consummate perfection nyan.
ご主人様、お待たせしましたにゃんにゃん。オムライスにゃん。
Yeah. The cat girl puts the omelette rice on the table and then takes a bottle of ketchup from her apron pocket. He uses it to write the world is doomed in red, touches upon the omelettes in blank yellow canvas.
世界滅亡前にどうぞ召し上がれ。
うお、世界がやばいきた。フェイリスさんの丸文字の可愛さに僕もやばい。
If someone were to do that on my dish, I would be pretty sad, because you don't really want to have ketchup on your omelette rice most of the time, because it will take over all of the taste and give him a look that says calm down, but no avail. I smooth out the ketchup with the bottom of the spoon, erasing the ketchup words.
もったいない。
I'm going to eat it either way.
ダルニャンダルニャン。フェイリス杯の件考えてくれたかにゃ。
In the Ferris cup.
ああ、もちろん。僕も参加します。
Ferris cup? What's that? I'll take a mouthful of omelette rice.
次の日曜日にこの店で来年
Finance tournament. Wait, there is... Okay. Too much text. I just want to see if it was a cardigan. Apple. Party starts dancing. I'd prefer she not jump around like that when people are eating nearby.
フェイリスはその幹事である実行委員長、つまり言い出しっぺなのにゃ。よかったら今日も参加するにゃん。参加費はドリンク込みで1000円。フェイリスに勝てた人には商品として手作り料理を振る舞うにゃ。
Whoever beats Ferris gets to enjoy some of Ferris' home cooking, yeah.
無理無理。オカリンはライネットには詳しくないんだ。
Okay, then sucks at Rhino.
にゃー。面白いのに。
いいんだ、俺は。
I stop shoveling the omelette rice into my mouth, and I deliver a melancholy sigh.
ライネット。アクセス
Silent
バトル
access, battlers.
その名を聞くたび、チャンピオンだったあいつのことを思い出す。これからはもう2年になるのか。
Has it already been 2 years?
いや、なんでもない。今のは忘れてくれ。
せぶりなタイムだ
That
ったの
sounds so
に
serious, yeah.
あいつって
Who was the former champion?
多分存在しないんじゃね？ライネットって公式大会が始まったのは1年前ぐらいだし。
Dynet didn't even have official tournaments until about a year ago.
今日もあの人のことまだ忘れられないのかにゃ。
Still can't forget him, can you? Oh.
はあ
確かにあの頃あの人フェイリスのお兄ちゃんと京馬はとっても仲が良くてフェイリスも嫉妬しちゃうぐらいだったにゃ。
Damn it, she took my story and ran with it again. I never even said anything about him being her brother. Hell, I don't know if Faris even has siblings. I shouldn't have talked about stuff like this in front of Faris.
でもいい加減思い出にばかりすがるのはやめるにゃ。
Her shout resounds throughout the store, her finger snaps at me.
フェイリスは辛くても辛いからこそお兄ちゃんの意志を継いでライネッターになったんだにゃ。
That's a Ryan at
覚えてるかにゃ。お兄ちゃんがいつも言ってた言葉。いつかライネットで世界に平和をもたらそう。
Oh my god, if I ever make a card game, I really need to have this kind of character. Someone who has been perfecting their skills at the game in order for dying brother's wish or something like that.
フェイリスコーヒー持ってきて。
Just because you can. Yeah. Present my empty plate of Ferris. I always eat quickly. It's a habit I picked up naturally during my years on the run from the organization. Screw the slow food trend.
かしこまりましたにゃ。少々お待ちください。
Ferris takes the dish and heads back to the counter. Ew, if I had left things going as they were, I would have had to play along for another 10 minutes in her fantasy world.
フェイリスさんは知る人ぞ知る実力派ライネッターなんだぜ。
Larry explains with a wry smile.
非公式の野良試合では400戦無敗なのさ。
You know, 400 unofficial matches? Yeah, but what about official matches? Riggs and Grayson.
フェイリスさんが公式大会に出ないのが残念だよ。出れば優勝間違いなしなのに。
She would win if she did, no doubt.
なんで出ないんだ？
And probably because of lack of self-esteem.
この店のご主人様たちを第一に考えてるってことっしょ。店に迷惑をかけてまで大会に出ないってスタンス？メイドの鏡だろマジで。それにマユシと同い年だから学校も行かなきゃいけないだろうし。
So she probably has school too.
店に迷惑かけないと言っておきながら、フェイリス杯なるものを店で開くのか？
細けいことはいいんだよ。とりあえずフェイリスさんは可愛い。可愛いは正義。猫耳ロリメイドは
Cuteness
け
is
しからん。
justice.
性的な意味で。それでいいだろう。
お前は結局2次元派なのか3次元派なのかどちらなのだ？
あえて言おう。倍であると。
いろいろとフリーダムだな、だろ。
よく言われます。さあせん。
Daru usually doesn't show enthusiasm for anything. The exception are Mo and Ferris. Oh, I wish he were this passionate about our experiments. I had to pull Daru away from Ferris so we could return to the lab. We arrived to find it hotter than a sauna in hell. I quickly opened the windows, letting a small breeze blow in. It won't be enough. I flip our fan to full power and place it on the table in front of me. I really wish we had an air conditioner. I turn on the computer. This is our PC for communal use among lab members. It still uses an old CRT monitor, so it looks ancient. Isn't that a beautiful homepage? I mean, look at that, 328 hits, It's probably only them going in on it. Kappa. Top page. About lab. Future gadget. Phoenix BBS is even wrongly typo. And that amazing link at the end. Just amazing. But don't let its looks deceive you. Our computer whiz data scrounge up some parts and made some mods to it. In any case, I don't spend much time on it. I mostly use it to update the Future Gadget Laboratory's homepage, check my mail, visit news sites, and browse channel. I wonder if the new title is still posting. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. I'm happy to explain. Just so you know, it's impossible to reproduce with current technology. Certain critical components won't exist until CERN invents them in 2034. Time travel works by altering gravity. Basically, you can think of it as using a twin paradox, but that alone isn't enough to reverse time. Still here, Faker? You're annoying. Go away. So your power is gravity control. Not bad, but still not enough for top tier power levels. The twin paradox? Is that like the Urashima effect? That's just slowing time down, not reversing it. Who gives a shit about the time machine? Give me stock prices. In Kyoma. It uses Typler cylinders and curved black holes, doesn't it? Just like you said 10 years ago. And your time machine is a 1970s Chevy. I know all of it. Oh god, shut the fuck up, you... Oh god, shut the fuck up, you disgusting Chinese scum. 2, 3, 4. The twin time paradox and Urashima are different things, duh. Time traveler, lol. John Titor, lol. Chevy's an American car, right? I'd rather go German with a BMW. BMW, I mean. Could go hand in camera. By Tipler cylinders are you referring to the Tipler machine, lol. Would a Tipler cylinder would have to be in 10 kilometer in diameter long to have a mass equal to the sun. Become a time machine. How would you fit that onto a Chevy? Even if you could, a type of machine can't travel farther back enough. Your delusions. This is a surprise. Does this mean people of this age already know about my time machine? Did you really encounter me 10 years ago? If so, then that must have been on another world line. If I at least have not gone to the year... At least I'm not gone to the year 2000. In any case, the important point is that rotating a black hole has the same effect as a type of cylinder. We can learn more about curved black holes by studying the Penrose diagram on Tipler's calculations. My time machine works by generating a pair of curved black holes. Holy shit. In Japanese, please. Title came 10 years ago. Swords. What the fuck are curved black holes? Explain using boobies or erotic one. Play. Oh boy. Source is horse on solutions law. Really. It didn't die, lol. All about Ruin's crazy train. Prepare for a train wreck. Curved black hole time travel is theoretically possible, but 1. How would you get black holes to spin? Don't tell me you wait until you find one spinning naturally. That's ridiculous. 2. How do you pass through singularity? There's no way a Chevy can withstand the pressure. Why the short explanation, John? You stupid? Wanna die? Still no stock prices. Crash. This isn't a delusion. I know for a fact that Titor posted 10 years ago. There's even a book about it. Search the used bookstores if you don't believe me. His Chevy has a gravity distortion unit. That's what he said 10 years ago. Yes, it does have a gravity distortion unit. My time machine is not perfect. It was built by a third party who reverse engineered CERN's design. The gravity distortion unit is a little unstable. First, the unit produces a microsingularity, then injects electrons to induce rapid rotation. This generates a local gravity sine wave. As the time machine passes through singularity, the gravity distortion unit regulates the pressure to ensure safe passage. I'm not a specialist, so I cannot explain the mechanics any further. Let me just say that the curved black holes can be manufactured. I assume everyone's aware of CERN's current experiments with black hole creation. I kinda like their attempt here on the science stuff, seriously. I'm not sure even Sanderson would be able to go that far into the science. Unstable, sounds dangerous. Oh fuck, Titus black holes are gonna swallow the Earth. He's not just a mass murderer, he's trying to wipe out the entire human race. Find his parents before it's too late. It's not that you want to explain, it's that you can't, lol. How do you set destination? The Earth is constantly moving, or didn't you know that? By the way, I proposed a tighter Hawaiian theory, lol. Oh man. Tighter Hawaiian theory would be awesome. I like this Kuri Gohan. I set the destination with a VGL system, that's variable gravity lock. It functions by reading the local gravity of the destination and locking the particular sine wave onto that location. By locking onto Earth's gravity, it ensures that don't end up floating in space. It uses 4 cesium clocks to make the calculations so that the margin of error is negligible. Boy needs to shut up, lol. I never heard of any title from 10 years ago, lol. So the university is deep in title shit. The same information was in the title book. All you've done is post 10-year-old copy pasta. Anyone could do that. How do I know you're a real title? Don't sound so moved. My waifu, I recognize different opinions. What? I'm feeling more and more disappointed. Still nothing concrete. Nice try, I guess, but I won't be fooled. Better go home. Whoa, I shouldn't waste all day on at channel. We have more important things to deal with. Oh boy, it's gonna be nice to see who John Titer truly is. Oh, we are receiving a mail from Ferris. The final battle is close at hand, yeah? You're more perceptive than I thought, yeah? So, now you understand what's at stake. The Red Southern Crossing will soon hatch, yeah? The time has come for Ferris to journey to the sanctuary and prepare for... I can't say no more, yeah. Oh. We have more important things to deal with. Namely, the phone wave. Name subject to change. We haven't experimented with it since yesterday. It's high time I figure out what's going on with that thing. Earlier, I asked Daru to connect the phone wave, name subject to change, to the computer. He finished setting it up yesterday and now he's about to do the quick wire work in the development room.
なあダル、なぜペケロッパなのだ?
I mean, it's a 20-year-old machine with specs slower than my cell phone.
ロマンだからに決まってんじゃん、上皇。
Quick save. It's cool, duh.
主人公が日本人なの。
Man, I'm looking forward to the time where we actually start to get into the good stuff. I mean, they still haven't figured out how to make the time machine. And how far are we into this? Maybe 5-6 hours? I'll be back. Drink. But yeah, Vax, what do you think of Daru, this big guy? I think you're going to like his one-liners a lot in this game. Or in this novel. So it's like the reason why some protagonists are odd-eyed, even though they are Japanese.
全然意味が
Not getting you, bro. It's cool.
ロマンな
If
ら
it's
しょうが
cool,
ない
then
な
it's cool.
いずれにしてもラボには他に空いてる PC がなかった。
Anyway, there wasn't much of an option. This was the only PC we weren't using.
お前の最新
What about
PC
your new one?
ふざけんな。こんなわけのわからんものにつなげて、もし動作が遅くなったらどうすんだよ。
I think that we're gonna do this until 10 and then maybe we will switch to Andromeda. I'm not sure if we can do this all in. No way, we don't know what could happen when it's connected to our crazy machine. It could kill the performance. That was bastard. Besides, we made a phone wave. Name subject to change together. It's our crazy machine.
そういえば、ゲル化については
Did you
調
do
べ
any
てきた
research on the jellification?
なあ今朝大学に行ってきた
Why would a banana jellify? What kind of science are we dealing with here?
顕微鏡で調べてみたんだが分子レベルでズタズタだった
Bread?
ズタズタ
そう転移とかそういうレベルではなかったバナナではない何かになっていた
Not a mere phase transition, the banana became something entirely different.
腐食した可能性はないか。2分間チンしたぐらいで腐るはずないもんな。
フラクタル構造を思い出したよ
Then I remember about fractal structures.
メンガーのスポンジだっ
The
け
Menger sponge.
ああバナナにフラクタル図形の穴をナノレベルで無限に開けていったような感じ
An infinite number of holes in a fractal pattern, right down to nano level.
なんかやばくね？何が起きてるんだろう、
俺には一つ仮説がある
Adding a dramatic pause to build tension. Daru gulps, waiting for me to continue.
電子レンジの電磁波の影響
It's the result of the microwaves, electromagnetic waves.
え？それってどういう？
俺の推測が正しければ電話レンジ過去仮はとんでもない殺傷兵器になりうる軍事に転用すれば戦争の歴史が塗り替わるだろう
I twist my lips into a maniacal grin. Then I whip out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ計画は第2段階を迎えたあいずれ奴らは思い知ることになるだろう全てはシュタインズゲートの意志であり人類はそれに抗うことはできん
Resistance is futile.
ええ
L Psi Congru.
妖精さんと話してんじゃねえっつうの。接続終わったぜ。
I want to explain that he's not imaginary, but revealing the identity of my contact would be a betrayal. The last thing I need is another enemy, especially one whose power and cunning rivals that of the organization. Phone Wave is now an indecipherable mess of wires. All we did was hook it up to a computer, yet it turned out like something MacDiver Diver would put together. Now we can access the microwave's terminal mode and see exactly what's going on in its computer brain.
で、どうする？
Well, what's next?
バナナは用意してる
Bananas. Just before I left, my queen Nyan Nyan, Mayuri asked me to buy some bananas, Nyan. With her money. She's too nice for her own good, or maybe she doesn't even consider what would happen. By now you would think that if I buy bananas, I'm going to experiment on them. So I put the entire bunch of bananas into the phone away.
丸々使うとまたマユシがしょんぼりしちゃうんじゃね？それマユシのお金で買ってきたんだろ？
奴から提供された研究費
She donated that money to our research effort.
そもそも丸々全部使う必要なんてないし、一本でいいよ。
One is enough. Daru retrieves the banana. Heals one from the bunch, sticks it back inside the phone away. Name subject to change.
実験に金をケチるようでは世界の支配構造を作り変えることなどできんぞ。
We'll never reshape the fabric of society. Oh boy.
作り変えたいと思ってんのはオカリンだけだって。
You're the only one who wants to reshape society, I get it. He lost all enthusiasm the second we got back to the lab. What a fickle man.
ほら、早く携帯からタイマー入力よろ。
Right now, where did I put my phone? Phone. Right, now where did I put my... Oh! All complete. Instant access.
RENG こちらは電話レンジかっこ仮
Hey, right! Mayushi always seems to end with a desert.
こちら
I
から
always forget about that.
タイマー操作ができます。シャープボタンを押した後、温めたい秒数をプッシュしてください。
Okay, not always. Kappa.
マユシーガイダンスにスキップ機能をつけておくんだった。待たされるとイライラする。
Having to wait each time is quite annoying.
例えば1分ならシャープ60、2分ならシャープ120です。
Complete.
2分は結構長いんだよな。
Doesn't actually have to be 2 minutes. Myri had timer set to 2 minutes when she first discovered the freezing function, or whatever it is, so we're just reproducing that. Naturally, we have experimented with 60 seconds and 3 minutes too. We set it shorter, the freezing only goes halfway, if at all. Conversely, setting it longer increases the effect.
でもさ、マジで電磁波のせいだったら僕らの細胞なんかもスカスカになっちゃってんのか？
Huh. While still looking bored, Daru finally gets into the discussion at hand.
お前は電話レンジカッコ仮の中に入ってチンされたことがあるのか？
そもそも入れないわ。つうか、
Anyway,
電
what's
磁
your
波の影
source
響って
from
ソースは？
electromagnetic waves?
あえて言うならばマッドサイエンティストとしての勘だ。
根拠なしとか。
かつてエジソンはこう言った。1% のひらめきがなければ 99% の努力は無駄でしかない。だから発明家よ、ひらめけと。
That final top there at the end.
天才は 1% のひらめきと 99% の努力じゃなかった？
Was that a genius is 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration?
残念だったな。近年ではそれは誤って広まったものだというのが常識になっているのだ。ふわ
エジソンが言ったん？ひらめけって。
そう、ひらめけ。
I don't know if that was exactly what he said, but I'm sure it was something along those lines. At least that's what the wiki said.
ゆえに天才マッドサイエンティストである俺は常にひらめ。
Rings.
しかしチンをしたところで
Banana phone.
ゲル状になるだけで新しい発見など何もないよな。
Feels like I wasted 100 seconds on. Daru opens the phone away. Peeks inside.
お？
He rubs his eyes, blinks several times, and then resumes staring into the microwave.
何をしてい
It's
る？
going to be empty, isn't it?
いや、あれ、消えた。
あ
消えたって何が？
バナナが。
What is he talking about? I pushed Daru aside and looked into phone wave. It's gone! There's nothing inside. The banana has vanished without a trace. After a short pause to collect myself about my phone and speak into silence.
俺だ。厄介なことになった。俺たちはどうやらとんでもないものを目覚めさせてしまったらしい。
とんでもないものって何？
What do you mean something terrible? I ignored Daru's panicked cry. I'm surprised too. My heart's pounding, but I try to appear calm.
今すぐに緊急要請666号クーリングオフを発動させろ。
Cold-hearted protocol. Oh man.
何？政府の承認？バカか！そんなことを言ってる場合ではない。このままではこの国が吹っ飛ぶぞ。
I put my phone away after yelling.
自演をつ。
You should be an actor.
うるさいフェルスのストーカー。それでバナナはどこに隠した？
誰がストーカーだよ。
バナナを出して。手品でも披露して得意になっているつもりか？
隠したのはオカリンだろ。
Uncomfortable silence. I realize my throat is dry.
なんで消えたんだよ。
知らんがな。
どこに行った？バナナ！バナナ！
Look behind you. I take the turntable out of the microwave, scour every nook and cranny, but I find neither peel nor stem of the banana.
そうか。わかったぞ。これは電磁波兵器などではなく、テレポートが可能な電子レンジだったのだ。
なんだって？ってそんな無茶な。
でなければこの密室からバナナが消えるはずがない。
ひとまず冷静になるべきじゃね。
Maybe we should just calm down.
そうだな。
Each take a deep breath. Oh, I know. I'll eat one of the remaining bananas. That will calm me down. I reach for the bunch of bananas. Impossible! Impossible! Not 3 minutes ago, Daru plucked the banana from the bunch, put it inside the phone wave. But now there's no sign that a banana was ever plucked. Instead, a single jellified banana has appeared among the regular bananas.
なんじゃこりゃ。
Oh shit, what the hell's going on? Daru notices it too. He reaches out to touch it, but I quickly stop him.
ダルよ、このラボに今バナナはいくつある？
多分このバナナだ
That's
け。
these, I think.
このゲルバナがくっついているところはお前がさっきちぎった場所か？
わかんねえ。そこまで確認してないし。このゲルバナ完全にくっついてるな。
No cuts or anything. Aside from the jellification, it looks completely normal.
なあ、ダル。
Could this possibly be?
これってもしかして。
The word I spoke impulsively a second ago. I hesitated to speak it again, but I must. Because no matter how unbelievable it may be, we saw it with our own eyes. My head's full of question marks, but I don't know how this happened. But if I were to explain it as I saw it, the banana that was inside a phone wave returned instantly to its bunch. In other words, it's time travel. The teleporter?
だったりするんじゃないか？
I hear a girl's voice coming from the lounge.
興味深い実験してますね。
That looks like an interesting experiment.
誰だ
My heart just skipped a beat. I turned towards the voice in surprise. And getting pierced by a sharp stare.
バカだ。なぜ貴様がここに？
若干18歳にしてサイエンスに論文が掲載された天才。囚人監視の中で男をいじめるド S 女。そしてまたの名をザ・ゾンビマキセ・クリス。
説明セリフ。
Thanks, exposition, bro.
誰がゾンビだ誰が。
一体どういうことだ？何が目的でここへ？
あなたに会いに来たの、岡部倫太郎さん。じゃなくて法王院京馬さんだった？
I never spoke it in front of her.
そうか。やはり貴様機関に所属するエージェント、しかも特殊能力者だな。それならば不死であることもうなずける。
No wonder you rose from the dead.
だから死んでないって勝手に殺さないでください。
Please stop killing me. That's the good stuff.
橋田さん、この人何とかしてもらえませんか？
この状況でマキセ氏が現れたからオカリンは混乱してると思われ。
Daru doesn't seem phased by this girl's entrance. Why? Because Daru. Have you returned me, Daru?
オカリン暴走しすぎ。
マキセ・クリスに弱みを握られたか？
Am I being blackmailed?
色化に惑わされたか？
I glare at Kurisu. He's my right-hand man. How dare you?
許さんぞこのビーチが。
Oh no, he went for it.
落ち着け。
Kurisu's eyes flashed dangerously, I think. Such intensity from an 18-year-old. Maybe she did not resurrect after her first death. Maybe she's a robotic killing machine constructed to replace the dead Kurisu. Is that it? For now, I'll do as I'm told.
この場所のことは昨日講義が終わった後で橋田さんから聞いたの。あなたの名前もね。
Hmm. That's all? The truth is kind of a letdown.
俺と話をしに来たと言ったな。
そうです。私が死んだのを見たっていうのが事実なのか、単なるセクハラの言い訳なのか、それについての回答が欲しくて。
Now that she mentioned it, she did treat me like I was a perv yesterday. And I suppose I should be grateful that she didn't call the cops on me after what I did. But what choice did I have? Anybody would react the same way if a dead person reappeared before them, right?
でも今のあなたの振る舞いで理解した。どうやら単なるセクハラだったみたい。つまり私の予測が証明されたということ。
勝手に結論を出さないでもらおうか。お前は俺を誤解している。
I must clear my name, or I'll be labeled as a perv forever.
まあそのことは今はいいんです。
え、いいのか？
That's a relief. I was sure she was going to call the police. But that for now part bothers me. Kurisu enters the development room with a quick, confident stride. Even though she's only 18, she's got a decent figure and good posture. Not much in the chest though. Her presence seems to fill the cramped room, driving me and Daru to the corners. And can't she tell this area is off limits?
そういえばまともに自己紹介してませんでしたね。マキセ・クリスです。改めましてよろしく。
She holds out. She holds out her hand. What is she trying to do? Shoot lightning from her fingertips?
握手もできないの？日本の男の人って常識が足りないんじゃない？
Shake hands? This girl genius is asking for a handshake? We only met yesterday and just moments ago she was on the verge of calling the cops.
欧米か？
アメリカで7年暮らしてますが何か？
欧米か。
Obeka? I looked down at her slender figures. Glassy, healthy fingernails, no unnecessary nail polish. I stared. Slowly I extend my hand, making sure to keep enough weight on my heels so I can flee at a moment's notice. I lightly grabbed the tip of Chris's index finger between thumb, then instantly let go.
身にまとう殺気が半端ないからな。これが俗に言うマーシャルアーツか。
俗に言わないわよ。
では忍者。
言わないっつってんだろ。
Then she's completely cold. Her tone gets scary sometimes too.
アメリカ育ちならばNice to meet you と満面の笑みを浮かべながら握手を求めるのが普通だろう。いや、むしろハグを求めるぐらいするべきだ。
Perhaps that's too much to expect from a killing machine.
どんな偏見よ。
I get a stereotype of that. Chris sighs. She's not even looking at me. Instead, she's staring at the bananas next to the phone wave. The bananas which have just exhibited the most unusual phenomena. The bunch, one has been completely jellified.
本当に興味深いですよ。
Fascinating. Chris bring her face closer to it to get a good look.
ピンセットあります？
ない。
そう。
何をする？希少な実験データを。
グズグズね。
She puts her fingertip in her mouth without any hesitation.
味はな
Notice
しか。
gross.
まず。
Says it with a straight face.
食い意地が張っているとはまだまだお子様だな。よみがえりし者よ。そんなに腹が減っているならば、バナナ一本ぐらい恵んでやろう。
No thanks.
そもそもあのバナナマユシのじゃん。
Either way, those bananas are Mayushi's.
遠慮する
Come
こと
on,
は
don't
な
be
い。
shy.
俺が恵んでやると言っているのだ。
変態のバナナなんて誰が食べるもんですか？
There you have it, Vax. Who would want to see his first bananas? Hentai's bananas?
変態のバナナ。
Hentai banana. See, even Daru totally got triggered on it. Daru starts shaking as if he's being electrocuted. What? What's wrong?
変態のバナナを食べる。ぐずぐず。
I better.
指くわえる。まずと顔をしかめる。
Looks like his cranial pervert processor is overclocking.
マキセシ、マキセシ。今のもう一度お願いできる？できれば悔しそうな顔でよろ。
はい。
はい。
ほら、変態のバナナなんて誰が食べるもんかって。できればその後で、ああ、でも、もう付け加えてくれるとなおグッド。
Suddenly, Chris's face turns bright red.
だるよ。お前はどうしようもないクズだし、最低の変態だが、今回ばかりはよくやったと言っておこう。
Payback is sweet. Now to follow up for maximum combo. Let's show this conceited little girl how true adults fight. Oh.
それで、マキセクリス、お前は今、何を想像したのだ？ぜひ教えてほしいものだな。
That's evil. Honore.
最悪。天才少女、天才がどんな妄想をしたのか、
ご高説願おうではないか。
This returns her back to us with perked shoulders. Looks like she's capable of expressing human emotion after all. That rules out robotic killing machine. Ah, I feel refreshed. I haven't felt this good in years. Way to go, Daru. That's my right-hand man. Always gets the job done.
あんたたち二人とも変態だったのね。
Pretty much. Not really.
いや
But Daru completely. Don't admit it, you idiot.
お前に言われたくはない。
So good.
オーケー。生意気な振る舞いについては謝ります。その原因があなた方のセクハラ行為にあったとしても、今は不問にする。
Wish you would stop saying for now. Like she's gonna call the cops on me later.
詳しく教えてください。このバナナのことと、それとそっちの。
Lisa glances at the phone wave.
電子レンジのこと。
That microwave thing.
トップシークレットだ。あえて部外者のお前に一つだけ教えてやれるとするなら、こいつの名前は電話レンジカッコ仮だということぐらいだ。
カッコ仮？何それ？
そのままの意味だ。名前はまだ仮なのだ。
Microwave is weak. It needs a better name.
名前なんてどうでもいい。
だが、名前以外は教えることはできないぞ。
でもさオカリン、マキセ氏ならこのヘンテコ機能について解明してくれるかもよ。
それは。
She is a genius. She would have to be defeated. She would have to be to defeat my sharp wit. We can't trust her intellect at least. But it's hard to stomach her attitude. Come on. Plus, she has danger written on her face. Not to mention she's a little scary too. Then I get a great idea.
ニヤニヤしちゃって。また何か変態チックなこと考えてる？
クリスティーナと言ったか、貴様。
Christina?
誰がクリスティーナだ？一言も言っとらんわ。
Christina. Christina sounds like the name of a Hollywood film star. It definitely has more flavor than her real name.
このレンジの秘密を教えてほしければ、俺と取引してもらおうか。
何？
Mayuri! You used to go around shouting burn and stuff. Why do boys want fire powers? Think flower powers or plushy powers would be cuter, don't I think? Cannot answer on it? Oh man.
まず一つ、
Condition 1.
貴様にはラボメンとなってもら
Must
う。
become a labman.
ラ
Labman?
ラボメンだバカ者。ラボラトリーメンバ
研究所のメンバーに迎えてくれるっていうこと？でも私、8月中にアメリカに帰る予定なんですけど。
Supposed to return to America in August? Dang.
ー。他者に秘密を漏らさないという誓約書を書いてもらうさ。もし破ったら、貴様がむっつりスケベの変態だとサイエンス誌に告発する。
鬼畜だなオカリン。そのサイエンス発売されたら5冊買う。
Oh boy.
ラボメンとなった暁には帰国するまで
ゲストとしてその頭脳を我がラボのために役立ててもらって結構だ。
They're evil, say, to Akase.
偉そうに。詳しく契約書を見せて。
そんなものはない。ここはサークルであって会社ではないのだ。
知識を提供するだけなら OK です。ただし他に変態的なオプション契約があるなら答えはノーよ。
取って食ったりしないから安
Good
心し
answer.
セクハラはする気？
しないっつの。
さっきあなたまず一つって言いましたよね。二つ目があるんでしょ。それが変態的要求の可能性が。
2つ目の条件はこの俺が貴様に対して行ったセクハラ一歩手前の行為について全て不問にすることだ。
オカリンちっちゃい。人としての器がちっちゃいっす。そこに痺れる憧れる。
What? No! Cancel. Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh! Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. Items. Okay, so that's where the reference comes from.
ダルに言われたくない。ちなみにダルのセクハラ行為はこの件に含まれない。そっちは2人で話し合え。
なんだとこら、ふざける
What the
な。
hell, man?
こちらからの要求は以上だ。この2点を飲めないのなら今すぐお引き取り願おう。さあどうする？悪くない取引だと思うがな。
あんたにとってでしょ。まったくノルアドレナリンが過剰分泌されてる気分よ。開いた口が塞がらないわ。
貴様が顎関節症になろうとしたことではない。要求を飲むか飲まないか、さあ答えろクリスティーナ。
だからティーナってつけるな。私はクリス。
Lisa looks up at the ceiling to calm herself down. So, does everyone in America make such exaggerated gestures? Sooner or later she will say, "Damn! Oh my god!" or "Motherfucker!"
OK。取引する。
いい返事だ。今この瞬間、君はラボ面ナンバー004となった。歓迎しようクリスティーナ。いや、ザ・ゾンビよ。
どっちも間違ってるから、ちゃんと呼べ、オーイン。
We spend a minute staring each other down. Chris is the first to look away. He does so in a way that says, "Good grief."
子供ですね。
何か言ったか？天才変態少女。
ああもう以後変態禁止。私もあんたのこと変態扱いしないからもう許して。
分かればいいのだ。では本題に入ろう。ダルよ、クリスティーナに。
ティーナも禁止。
クリス君にこれまでに我々が行った実験について説明してやりたまえ。
だがことは
In the end, I'm the one who has to explain along the way. I also relate the tale of my heroic deeds, which enrages Kurisu. Of course, but I finally tell her everything about the bananas and the phone waves. Name subject to change. Kurisu doesn't ask any questions. She is quick to understand as expected of a genius.
やっぱり興味深いわ。
貴様の見解を聞こう。
少なくとも電磁波兵器やテレポートだっていうくだらない仮説は捨てるべきですね。
The lady doth protest too much.
もう一度実験してみてもい
Can
い？
we run the experiment?
私もこの目で見てみたいの。
Without waiting for our approval, Kurisu plucks an untouched banana and sticks it in the microwave, then starts entering commands on her phone. It is strange. She's still wearing her usual frown, but I can't shake the feeling that she's really enjoying herself. Can't put my finger on why, call it a hunch. But I mean, she's a scientist. Why shouldn't she enjoy experimenting?
岡部さんと橋田さんはバナナの方を見てて。
俺に指図しないでもらおうか。俺はマッドサイエンティストの方を。
いいからバナナから目を離さないでください。
Okay, so she's a little snippy. Louder and I do as we're told and stare at a banana. Truth be told, we were planning to watch the bananas anyway. For missing it the first time, we determined to witness what transpired with our own eyes.
60秒経過。何か変化は？
ないな。
Any second now, the jellified banana should reappear at the stem. If it only happens once, we can just call it an accident and be done with it. But if it happens twice, then that's proof that something is actually going on. And then Kurisu will have to admit that I, the great Hoen Kyoma, have invented humanity's first teleporter. Keep staring at the bananas in anticipation.
100秒。
A few moments after Kurisu's report,
お、
the gel banana suddenly appears without a sound. Now there are two of them on the bunch. It happened faster than the blink of an eye.
出てきた。
I'm at a loss for words. I just witnessed the unthinkable. This phenomenon is clearly teleportation. Microwave timer chimes. Kurisu peeks into the microwave stump.
そっちはどうだった？
104秒経過したときに消えちゃった。いきなり。
At 104 seconds. She's quite flustered. I don't think many people could remain calm after witnessing such a phenomenon.
やはりテレポート
This
なの
is
だ
a
よ。
support.
人類史上初のだ。
Kurisu quickly calls them. She furrows her brow and crosses her arms, stamping her right foot as she mutters to herself.
瞬間移動なんてそんなのありえる？
Teleportation, is that even possible?
実際に移動したし信じられないけど。量子テレポートかな？
Well,
いやいや、あれは量子レベルでの話だし。
現実から目を背けるな。その目で見たものが全てだ。
she gives me a sharp look. Her eyes are like snipers, hard and keen.
本当にテレポートなの？結論ありきで考えるのは危険よ。
ならば天才少女よ、今の現象は何だというのだ。
整理しよう。
Let's sort this out.
バナナの房や冷凍唐揚げの時はテレポートしなかった。そうよね。
例えばテレポートできるものの大きさに限度があるのかもしれん。
唐揚げってバナナより小さいじゃない。
実験にはいつも同じ唐揚げを使っていた。ワンパック12個入りだ。
Mayuri only buys her favorite Yuzu chicken #1.
そうなると結構な量だよな。
That's quite a lot then.
塩は塩でも実験してみたんでしょ
Nothing happened.
お皿が邪魔
Maybe the plate was in a way.
もちろん皿なしの状態でもやってみたが変化なしだった。
だったら食塩については一粒一粒を基準とした場合小さすぎるからダメ
Hmm.
とっかかりが欲しい
Looks like our genius girl was fighting a hard battle. She starts pacing the room, looking a little annoyed.
他には電話レンジに関連することで気づいたことある
電話レンジではなく電話レンジ過去仮だ。
どっちでもいいわよそんなのどうなの気づいたこと
Have you noticed anything or not?
ないの
This is looking at Daru. Looks like she's asking him, not me. True, he should know more about the phone wave name subject to change than I do. He's done all the maintenance on it after all.
ああそうだ
Oh?
一度こいつからすごい放電が起きたお
Shut off a huge electrical discharge.
何？そんな話は初耳だぞ。
オカリンがいない時だったからな
放電ってどの程度
この開発室が蛍光灯で照らされたように明るくなったんだよそれが2秒くらい続いたかな
どういう状況で起きたの
こいつに繋いでる携帯の調整専用のものを外して代わりに自分の携帯を接続してそしたらしばらくしてビリビリ
それはいつのことだ？
昨日の昼だよ
I don't know, you say?
オカリンがドクター中町の発表会を見に行った時
Oh,
ドクター中鉢
that's right. I went to see Dr. Nakabachi's conference yesterday. Come to think of it, he stole his time travel theory from John Titor. Maybe the current John Titor is actually Nakabachi.
だが待て。ダルよ。お前は言ったはずだぞ。ドクター中橋の発表会は中止になったと。
そうその時でもオカリンは中止にもかかわらずマユシと一緒に出かけていったろう
No, I don't remember that. After all, Nakabachi's presentation wasn't cancelled, the way I remember it. I still don't understand why my memory seems to disagree with everyone else.
そういえばその時間、俺はダルにメールをした。着
That
信しなかっ
reminds
た
me,
か
I sent you an email back then, did you get it?
メールって
昨日 ATF で見せてくれたメール
When I know the Kurisu comes closer.
それって確か私がその発表会で男に刺されて死んだっていう内容だったわよね
ああ。だが、ダルの携帯にはなぜか1週間以上前に届いていて。
はあれってオカリンの嘘じゃないんでないとタイムスタンプがおかしなことになるじゃん
俺はいつも真実しか言わん。というか、そこまで言うなら送信履歴を見せてやる。
I whip out my phone and call up the history. But it's gone. Not a trace of that email remains. According to my memory, I think it was about 30 minutes after Dr. Nakabachi's conference. About 10 people, including me, saw Chris's body. Panicked and fled Vatican. That's when I sent that email. But no matter how many times I checked, there's no record of it. It should be there, oh boy. But it isn't. Just like the banana inside a phone wave. Where did it go?
俺は確かに送ったぞ。昼の1時前には。
あまさにその時間だよ放電現象が起きたのはいいともが終わる直前だったからな
Suddenly a flash of inspiration strikes. Inspiration! Edison would be proud. This isn't something you can accomplish with effort, basically. I'm a genius. I turned to Daru and Kurisu with a huge grin on my face.
なるほどな。そういうことだったの
That's
か。
what happened.
何
まあこれはオカリンのいつもの癖だからあんま気にしない方がいい話だよ。
黙れ。
Oh boy.
気づいた。気づいてしまったのだ。
A slap the top of the phone phenomenon.
俺が送ったメールの不可思議な現象と放電が起きたことにはズバリ何か関係がある。うん。
Oh boy. Oh.
で
And?
は？
何か関係があるのは分かった。で、何かって何？
それを調べるのがお前の仕事だ、クリスティーナ。
Nice.
橋田さん、この人と話すの疲れる。
Ashida-san. Talking to this guy is so tiring.
最初はみんなそうだよ。基本的な対策は真に受けないこと。
そこ、俺の言動を全否定するな。
Whatever, I'll prove that I'm right. We can reproduce the electrical discharge phenomenon. Should bring us closer to understanding the timestamp mystery.
誰？放電現象が起きた時の電話レンジカッコ仮の状態を教えろ。
結構無茶な状態にしてたんだよな。自分の携帯を電話レンジにつなげてペケロッパで操作可能かどうかテストしてた。
I disconnect the phone plugged into the phone wave and replace it with mine. Then I hear the door open in the lounge.
ただいま。
Mayuri!
お腹すいた。
Mayuri comes in carrying a convenience store bag. It's like she's done with work.
唐揚げ食べようっと。ジューシー唐揚げナンバー
Chicken number 1.
ワン。オカリン、バナナ買っといてくれた？ねえ、オカリン。
When she enters the development room, her eyes go wide.
あれれ？お客さん？
You have a guest? Oh. While she notices Kirisu, Mayuri bows her head with her usual smile.
マユシーです。よろしくね。マキシです。ラボメンになったみたいです。ほんと？すごい！女の子のラボメンだ。
誰？ペケロッパでどんな操作を？
さっき言った通り、メールの着信設定の調整だって。遠隔操作のためのメールを受け取った時のモニタリング用でさ。だから同時に120秒の冷凍機能を使ってた。PC からでも冷凍機能を起動できるようにしてやんだよね。昨日はそのテストもしてたんだ。
メイリー、ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンを電話レンジカッコ仮の中へ。
GG, well played.
みんなも唐揚げ食べる？一個ずつならあげてもいいよ。
The usual titsiness, Mayuri puts the chicken inside a microwave. Later explains with what everything the computer monitor means. Doesn't look that different from using DOS. DOS we remember. Enter 120 keyboard, strike the enter key. The phone wave starts up. The UC chicken number 1 starts spinning backwards on the turntable. Carissa stares hard at the phone wave, as if to not let any anomaly, no matter how slight, escape her notice. Uh-oh.
これで放電現象が起きた時の条件は再現したはずだな。
Yeah, right?
どうだったっけ？
そこに突っ立っている助手。
You their assistant.
私？
他に誰がいるのだ？
いつから私はあんたの助手になった？
When did I become your assistant? Kappa?
いいから、俺のメールアドに何かメールを送れ。
If we reproduce the conditions correctly, then if she sends something to my phone while it's connected to the phone wave, it should arrive with a timestamp from the past, not the present. But my assistant Krisu just scowls.
私、あんたのアドレス知らないわよ。
使えない助手だな。
勝手に助手にすんなと言っとろうが。
ダル、お前の携帯からメールを。
あ、なんて？
適当でいい。
Anything.
クリスティーナは変態。これで
Then
OK。
Christina's a perv.
変態禁止って言っただろ。
じゃあ間を取ってオカリンは変態って。
この裏切り者め。
橋田さん。
Good one. GG! Krisu grins and gives Dara a thumbs up. I really don't like this.
マヨシーのバナナが。
Sounds like Mayuri has found the results of our latest experiment.
ゲルバナになってるよ。実験に使わせてもらったの。これマヨシーのなのに。
メール送信するぜ。
マヨシーさん、お金は後で払うよ。そこの法務員さんが。
なぜ俺なのだ？
もう、どうしていつもマヨシーの食べ物で実験するの？あ、もしかしてこの唐揚げも実験してるのかな？
そういうことだ。
はいはい、送信するよ。送信ポチッとな。
Mayuri slips past me and steps up to the active phone wave. Before anyone can react, she grabs the handle.
おい待て、開けるなマユリ。
はや？
But it's too late! Blue-white light fills the room, crackling angrily like the heart of a storm.
放電してる。
A violent sparking sound. I grab Mayuri and pull her away from the phone wave.
なんかやばくね？
¿Qué pasa? A faint cloud of smoke fills the room. It smells like something's burning. My eyes are numb from all the flashing light. I try blinking several times to regain my sight. I can hear Chris and Daru coughing.
全員
Everyone
怪我はな
okay?
いか？
Somehow.
なんとか。
2秒どころかもっと長い時間放電してなかった？
Mayuri squeezes my upper arm with his slender fingers.
おかえり。何が起きたのかな？
My vision gradually returns. Mayuri looks perplexed.
大丈夫か？やけどとかしてないか？
どこも痛くないから平気だと思うけど。
Looks like covering Mayuri was the right choice. I may be an insane mad scientist, but I still risk life and limb for the safety of my comrades. I gently let Mayuri out of my embrace. Phew. Well, that was something. I wiped the sweat off my brow. Wow.
ちょっとこれ見て。
With my vision finally restored, I take another look around the room. And what I see strikes me speechless. The large table in the center of the room made of thick solid wood. It can hold about 5 to 6 people without breaking. That's why we placed the phone wave on it. That table has been split in two, as if by a woodcutter's axe. The computer and other parts connected to a microwave are scattered across the floor, and the microwave itself has broken through the table. It is literally stuck in the floor.
なんぞこれどうなっていくら電子レンジでも床に穴を開けるほど重くはないっし
Oh
ょ。
boy.
放電現象だけじゃこうはならない。それ以外の現象。
Gravity? Black hole? I shake off my surprise. This is no time to be standing with jaw agape. Oin Kyoma. Seize the moment. Liar.
全て計算通り。
First some maniacal laughter. Next I try to take out my phone and do the usual, but I'm still plugged into the phone wave. El Sai Congro. I whisper the words. Words that have no meaning. Words I use simply because they sound cool. These words have meaning because they have no meaning. After years of repeated use, just speaking them is enough to calm my heart.
マユシの唐揚げがひどいことになってる件について
They're all black? No. Mayuri stands up, looks inside. It's embedded in the floor, but she somehow manages to pry the door open.
ああ、黒焦げだ。まゆしの唐揚げ。
ジューシー唐揚げナンバーワンは偉大な実験の成功のため尊い犠牲となったのだ。
Let us pray for his happiness.
冥福を
Oh
祈
boy.
らないか。
唐揚げのことはどうでもいい。今は電話レンジに何が起きたのか解析するのが先。どうでもいいなんてあんまりだよ。クリスティーナちゃん。ちょっとそこのホーイン京馬どうしてくれんのよ。マユシーさんが私の名前間違えて覚えてる。
それより換気した方がいいよ。
うるさい。黙れお前たち。
It should be remembered as a moment that the greatest experiment of the century succeeded and brought humanity a step forward in a new direction. These guys have no right to ruin that with their foolish talk. My heart pounding, I detached my phone from the phone wave. Luckily, it's completely unharmed. I open it. It still works. I bring up the list of the receiving emails. New emails should come at the top. However, my heart beats even faster. The topmost email isn't the one Tauder sent before the discharge occurred. This impossible phenomenon is exactly what I was hoping for. I looked back through my email history, and there, I find it. Oh boy. Success, I don't know why, but it was a success. Timestamp proves it. I received this email on 24th, 5 days ago. This is the same exact thing that happened to someone in Chris on my email. Mail is sent to the 29th, arrived on 24th. And just now, the truth was revealed to me in a flash of inspiration.
全てがつながる。一連の出来事が有する唯一無二の答え。この電話レンジカッコ仮に隠された機能の真実。
Yeah, it's a time travel device.
直感というより、そう、これは確信。
This is conviction.
教えて、なんだっていうの？
I feel my lips twist and the grin meets Chris's glare head on.
まず最初に言っておこう。大発明のボタンには何かの研究中に起こる偶然の産物であると。これはセレンディピティ。
脳書きはいい。
How dare she ruin my speech? Oh well, let's get to the point.
メールは過去へと。溶けかけた唐揚げは冷凍状態に戻った。
The chicken returned to its frozen state.
房からちぎられたバナナは房へと戻った。
まさか。
Chris seems to get it now, as expected of my genius assistant. Yes, way. This is the choice of Steins.
この電話レンジ過去仮は
Oh, okay.
タイム
Time
マシン
machine.
だ。
Yeah. Nice. GG. Holy shit. Let me know. Oh boy, okay. Let's begin here. Moeka here. Are you a student or Kabukun? Are you on summer break? Moeka. Are you a day person or a night person? If you'd rather I email you around a certain time, let me know. I want you to reply as soon as you can, but I don't want to be a bother. So let me know, okay, Moeka? By the way, I don't like talking on the phone, so please don't call me. Bye, Moeka. I just wait. This one is end on... Okay, at 8. 40 minutes later. 1 hour later. I just remembered. I didn't tell you my phone number. That's okay. I'm a lot more comfortable communicating by email anyway. What about you, Okabe-kun? Yeah. Are you still... Oh, wait. Are you still asleep? Rise and shine? Have you talked to the super hacker yet? Oh, I'd also like to hear more about John... What's his face? Lighter. I'm super curious. I'm nocturnal, so I usually don't go to bed until sun comes up. It's not so bad once you get used to it. Mail me okay when you wake up, okay, Moika? Oh boy. The dawn of a new day. Actually, it's already noon. We didn't sleep at all. Sleep deprivation makes the summer sun seem all the brighter. I really don't want to go outside, but I'm fed up with the humidity inside the lab. I chug a bottle of Dr. Pepper. Or Dr. Pepper. My stomach protests, maybe I drank too fast. I'm exhausted, my hands are shaking slightly and my vision is clouded. I could pass out if I'm not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. That should stave off exhaustion, only temporarily. This building has a basic shower room. There is no bath, but it's enough. The lab would be hell without it. Daru is at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bouncing impatiently. The room is mostly silent, save for the electric fans humming and Daru's mouse clicks. Daru doesn't look my way and he doesn't try to start a conversation. Neither do I don't have the energy. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but inside the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday, that shocking experiment convinced me that a phone wave, name of such, was also a time machine. But Chris didn't seem willing to accept the results. She just started screaming. GG. Then she took a mad dash out of the lab. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. As for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing and went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Dara and me. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realized that the phone wave, inside to change, had tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of excitement after successfully sending an email to the past. So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the phone wave is indeed a time machine. Results, however, we went to the supermarket and stocked up on a wide variety of items, tossed each of them into the phone wave, but everything failed, no change, nothing happened. After the experiment where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally, no jellification. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. First, let's review the problems revealed by last run of experiments. Problem 1. Electrical discharge, safety precautions. We removed everything flammable from the development to reduce the risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets full of water just in case. But that's not a fundamental solution. We'll keep an eye out from now on. But if things get dangerous, we should seriously consider relocating our experiments. Problem 2. Mass increase. When the discharge phenomenon occurs, the phone wave, named to subject to change, suddenly gains mass for unknown reasons. Because of this, the microwave broke the table and made a dent in the floor. Ah, it gains mass. To deal with the issue, we placed the microwave on the floor. We spread cushions and blankets underneath. This hides the hole in the floor too. It's only a temporary fix though. If we make any more holes, Mr. Brown is quite capable of raising my rent. That's to say of nothing of the calamity it will cause if it falls through the floor. Anyway, we need to find the source of the mass increase. If amateurs like us even can, that is. Probably because it creates a black hole. Capu. But first, 2 problems pale before the third. This last problem is critical until we solve it. Can't even really experiment with the phone wave in the subject to change. Problem 3. We're not even sure of the necessary conditions to send email to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried over 40 different things, but not once could we reproduce the discharge phenomenon. I had the idea that opening the microwave door was the key. That theory was proven false. There might be something else I'm missing, but for now we are at an impasse. We started off in high spirits, but grew more and more frustrated as time progressed, which brings us to the present. Honestly, I gave up. That's why I spent the entire morning lazing about like this. Her again. You slept too much. I haven't gotten a reply yet. Are you still asleep? You sleep too much, Okabakun. You're living like an old man. Well, I guess I'm not one to talk, Elma. Anyway, let me know when you have something on the IBN 51. Pretty please, Marka. I've been getting way too many of these since yesterday. They're all from Shining Finger, the woman called Kiryu Moeka. I've never used emails this often before. Even Mayuri only sends me one or two a day, and she's a teenage girl. Frankly, this is starting to get on my nerves. I saw how fast Shining Finger typed. That should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon. I was careless. It is too much of a pain to reply, so I ignore it. I finish off my bottle of Dr. Pepper. My stomach gurgles. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. Oh, Mary. Maybe she's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and Daru need to chip in too sometime. I don't want to get between me and my food. Oh no, that's... I call out to Daru, who's hammering on the keyboard.
なあ、サンボに牛丼でも食いに行かないか。
Wanna go to Sambu for some beef bao?
めんどい。
I think we are gonna do it like this. Yeah. I think we're gonna end here for tonight. Oh. Have a good one, everybody. It's been great. And take care. We will continue with this game more tomorrow. And probably go for maybe 4 or 5 hours of this. So take care and have a good one. It's been an awesome day. And yeah. Have a good one and have an awesome midsummer as well. Bye bye. Good night.